I recently found myself in a heated battle over my property, a power-tripping HOA, and some entitled neighbors who thought they could walk all over me, literally. It all kicked off when I caught strangers strolling across my land like it was their personal playground. At first, I brushed it off, thinking they were just confused. Big mistake. Those weren't random wanderers. They were HOA board members with grand plans to claim my property for their own twisted agenda. Let me set the scene. I'm Tom Harlan, and I've lived on my 10-acre slice of heaven for 30 years. It's just me, my dog, and the house I built with my own 2 hands. No rules, no meddling neighbors, no one barking orders. That's how I like it. Then, a shiny new development popped up next door, packed with oversized mansions, nosy busybodies, and egos bigger than their 3-car garages. I figured they'd stick to their gated utopia, and I'd keep my peace. Live and let live, right? Wrong. One morning, I step outside to see a parade of strangers cutting through my property like it's a public park. A woman in designer athleisure, a guy with a yappy dog, and a kid zipping around on a scooter, all traipsing down my private driveway. I flag them down, keeping my cool. "Can I help you folks?" I ask. A woman steps forward, cropped red hair, dripping with fake charm. "Oh, we're just using the new community shortcut," she says, like it's the most obvious thing in the world. "Shortcut?" I raise an eyebrow. "This is my land." She smiles, all condescending. "The HOA decided this path is better for park access. We've been using it all week." I cross my arms. "Lady, this is private property. There's no community anything here." Her laugh grates my nerves. "Oh, we voted on it at the last HOA meeting. It's settled." "Settled by who?" I snap, my patience thinning. "The board," she chirps, like that's the final word. "We've extended our jurisdiction to include this land. It's for the greater good." I let out a dry chuckle. "That's not how property ownership works, ma'am." Her smile sours. "That's not very neighborly," she scolds. "I'm not your neighbor," I shoot back. "I don't belong to your HOA." She waves me off like I'm a pesky fly. "A technicality. The HOA annexed your land. It's done." I lean in, voice low. "You don't get to annex my property. Get your people off my land." Her eyes narrow. "We'll see about that," she huffs, stomping off with her entourage, already whispering their next move. The next morning, I wake up to find signs staked into my property. "Community walking path. HOA rules apply." My blood boils. They didn't just cross a line, they declared war. I rip the signs out, but when I check my mailbox, there's a red envelope with the HOA's logo. Inside, a notice of noncompliance, claiming my land is now under their rules and I owe them access for their precious common areas. They even threaten legal action if I don't obey. Most people would panic at a letter like that, but I'm not most people. I storm to the HOA office, slam the letter on the counter, and demand, "Who wrote this garbage?" A mousy woman behind the desk blinks up at me. "Sir, you'll need to file an appeal with the board." "Appeal?" I scoff. "I'm not in your HOA." Before she can respond, in struts Evelyn Pierce, HOA president, smug, overdressed, and radiating entitlement. "Mr. Harlan," she purrs, like we're old pals. "I knew you'd come." She gestures to a chair, but I stay standing. "Evelyn, what gives you the right to claim my land?" She sighs, all fake pity. "Tom, the HOA voted to include your property as shared community space. It's what's best for everyone." "Best for who?" I snap. "I never agreed to this." Her smile tightens. "The board makes these decisions. We annexed your land, so you're a member now. You'll need to follow our guidelines, walking path access, monthly dues, the works." I stare, then laugh, a deep, guttural roar. "You think you can just vote to steal my property? That's not legal, and you know it." Her face flushes. "You can't just refuse. The community has spoken." I lean closer. "Here's what I'm saying, no? Send all the letters you want. They're kindling for my fire pit." I walk out, but I'm not naive. People like Evelyn don't back down. So, I install security cameras around my property. 3 nights later, those cameras catch her in the act. At 3:42 a.m., my phone pings, "Motion detected." I check the feed and see 3 figures in reflective vests. Evelyn leading the charge, barking orders like a dictator. They're hammering new signs into my dirt. HOA access only. My pulse spikes. Enough is enough. I grab my shotgun, not to hurt anyone, but to make a point. Barefoot, I step into the cold night, the gun slung over my shoulder. "Evening, folks," I call out. Evelyn spins around, her smug grin vanishing when she sees me. "Have you lost your mind, Harlan?" she shrieks. I take a step forward. "Funny, I was going to ask you the same thing." Her lackeys drop their stakes, backing away. Evelyn holds her ground, voice shaking with rage. "You can't wave a gun around like a maniac." "Oh, I can," I say, nodding at my cameras. "This is private property, and you're trespassing. I've got every second of this recorded." One of her goons stammers. "Let's not escalate this." "Escalate?" I point to the signs. "You're stealing my land in the middle of the night." Evelyn jabs a finger at me. "This is for the community." I rack the shotgun, click-clack, and fire one warning shot into the sky. Evelyn screams, nearly collapsing. Her crew bolts. "You were saying?" I growl. "You're insane," she gasps, clutching her chest. "I'm calling the cops." "Good," I say, pulling out my phone. "I'll beat you to it." She stumbles back, then flees with her team. By the time the sheriff arrives, they're long gone, but I've got the footage. I hand it over and file trespassing charges against Evelyn and her cronies. The sheriff, an old friend, chuckles. "Told you they'd push too far, Tom." "They're about to learn what happens when they do," I reply. The next morning, I'm sipping coffee on my porch when red and blue lights flash in my driveway. Two deputies step out, followed by a furious Evelyn, pointing at me like I'm public enemy number one. "That's him," she screeches. "He shot at us. Arrest him." I lean back, calm as ever. "Morning, Harris," I say to the lead deputy. "Want to see the footage?" Evelyn's smirk falters. Harris sighs. "Figured you'd have some." Inside, I play the video. Evelyn's midnight trespassing, her signs, my warning shot, clearly aimed at the sky. Harris turns to Evelyn. "Ma'am, this shows you on private property, uninvited, at 3 a.m. That's trespassing." "But he had a gun," she sputters. "He's allowed to protect his land," Harris says. "You, however, broke the law." He pulls out his notepad. "Tom, you pressing charges?" "Damn right," I say. Evelyn's jaw drops. "This is outrageous." "He's the criminal." Harris smirks. "He's got evidence." "You've got a story." He turns to her. "Ma'am, you'll need to come with us." Evelyn storms off to her car, humiliated, but I know she's not done. Weeks later, I get a new letter, HOA versus Tom Harlan. She's suing me for endangering the community and demanding my land be annexed for safety. I laugh so hard I nearly spill my coffee. If she wants a fight, I'm ready. In court, Evelyn's lawyer spins a tale of me as a gun-crazed menace. The judge, a no-nonsense woman, looks bored. "You're saying, Mr. Harlan's land should be under HOA control?" she asks. "Yes," Evelyn says, all dramatic. "He's a danger to our peaceful neighborhood." I stand, cool and collected. "Your Honor, I have footage of them trespassing and vandalizing my property. Here's my deed, 30 years, fully mine. The HOA has no authority over me, and they've been harassing me for months." I slide the documents over, then add, "I'm countersuing for trespassing, harassment, and attempted theft of my land." Evelyn's lawyer fumbles. The judge watches my footage, sighs, and turns to Evelyn. "Mrs. Pierce, do you have any legal claim to this man's property?" "Well, we voted," Evelyn starts. "Votes don't override deeds," the judge snaps. "You've got no case." She bangs her gavel. "The HOA will pay Mr. Harlan's legal fees, property damages, and $50,000 for harassment." Case dismissed. Evelyn's face is priceless, pure shock. I lean over as I pass her. "Told you this wouldn't end well." But I'm not done. That $50,000? I use it to buy a 12-foot billboard at the entrance to their precious community. The message? "Attention HOA, this land is not yours. Stay off. Tom Harlan." I even slap their logo on it for extra sting. The day it goes up, my phone explodes with their complaints. I send one reply, "No." The city confirms it's legal, and the HOA's too broke to fight back. Evelyn resigns in disgrace. Months later, I watch her moving truck roll out, sipping my coffee with a grin. She thought she could take my land. Instead, she lost everything. What do you think? Was I too harsh, or did the HOA get what they deserved? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to hear your take on standing up to bullies like this. Share this story if it fired you up, and let's keep the conversation going.